So, but I usually watch it on here as well. We're going to have the dogs in. Right, we are live, chaps. We're only live in the group, so don't panic. It's not too traumatic. I'm just going to set up. Is everybody ready? Here we go. Excellent. So, obviously, this is my second live of the day. This morning we did what did I do this morning? I don't even know what I did. Oh, I know what I did. We did a testimonial one this morning. I had some clients who came in and told everybody how fabulous the products were. So what we're doing tonight, for anybody who is watching, oh hi Charlie, so Charlie's watching. We've got one of the home peel parties for these three lovely ladies and the dog. So I understand that Andrea's screen may become a little hectic from time to time with dogs and children. We'll do our best, that's fine. But this one came across. So those of you who don't know, we send out these little kits, and everybody in the Zoom party gets enough kit to do their own little at-home peel. So it's a nice little introduction to the products without committing to too much. I don't make them nothing. I literally please ourselves with cost, and it's just an excuse to kind of start playing with the products and having a really, really lovely skin treatment. So we are going to have a look at what's in those kits in a second, and I'm going to very quick. So actually, what I will say is the reason we're doing this one is because not very long ago it was Sam's birthday, was it not? Did you have a lovely birthday?
Yes, thank you.
I'm really impressed with your headband. I just think it's fabulous. I've seen your headband, but you're just so much better.
It's my makeup band.
It's lovely.
Does it make you smile every time you put it on?
It's great, isn't it? There's Andrea in the bottom left, who I said has got the dog, who's very lovely, obviously. Where's Harry? Is Harry there as well?
Harry's asleep downstairs, but he may put in an appearance at any time.
And Sabrina in the bottom right. So obviously, group of lovely ladies all ready to have some fun with peel kits. So like I said, everybody's got one of these. And in the box, if you haven't already, if you would like to open your box, you will have a disposable headband. So if you would like to start with, obviously you don't need to. I want you to keep your ears on because they're far too fabulous. Oh, I just dropped mine. But Andrea's doing great. I'm not doing this. I'm just talking you guys through it. So Molly's picking up one item for me. So yeah, so if you can take your instructions.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh, you've got one. You've dropped the enzyme peel.
I want
it. It'll fall out.
So start with your headband. And then, yeah, it does look a bit like a garter, and then you do that. So just keep your hair out of the way, okay, and it doesn't actually get anything on it. So I'm not going to sit with mine. I don't need to. So
Beautiful, Andrea.
You're
really going swimming.
Oh, yeah, you can use it as a mask later, can't you? There you go. The other things that you will have in your kit, you will have at least one packet of cleanser. So this is a gel cleanser. You should all have a gel cleanser, and you've probably got another one, which is either Hydrodew or Sensitive Calm. Oh, and by the way, my internet is not very good. We've got a new router that we need to put in. So if I jump in and out, just wait, I will come back. Don't worry. So what cleansers have you guys all got?
Hydro Boost.
Hydrodew, not cleanser. Sorry. So Hydro Boost, Hydrodew, sorry.
I've got
So you've got gel cleanser, okay?
and I've got gel cleanser.
You've all got purifying gel cleanser. So it's purifying gel cleanser that you want at the moment. Okay, and you should have two little pots that look like this. Excellent. Okay, so there's one that's a little bit creamy yellow, and it's got little bits in one. So number 1 and 2, they are labelled. Number 1, it says LS. Number 2, it says EP. LS is Lotus Scrub, and EP enzymatic peel. Okay, so your Lotus is a really nice skin prep treatment. We're going to start with and then your end peel is it's an 8% lactic acid peel. Okay, it's quite it is quite active. It's but you're going to get some nice results from it. It's not as powerful as the ones we use in clinic, but it is part way there, so you should get a nice result. By the way, I would just like to clarify that I'm not sunburned. I always look really red when I sit in front of this computer. I can't come on screen sunburned, can I? But it looks like I am, but I'm not. Honestly, anybody watching thinks I'm sunburned. I'm not. So
Not with moisture,
hopefully
Matt,
you guys. No, exactly. So hopefully you guys have all got some water, some cloth or cotton wool, and a towel. Is that right?
Yeah.
Sabrina's just gone. Yeah, knock off. Oh, she's on. Look at that. Brilliant. Very organised. You guys are great. Okay. So the first thing is this pack of gel cleanser. There's actually probably 3 or 4 applications of cleanser in this, so you don't need too much. So what you would do to start with, if you open that, so if you look, the tear strips stop in the middle. So it won't open all the way along, even if you tear it off. It should just be a bit in the middle. So open that a bit.
The purifying gel, sorry.
Sort of passed out. Purifying gel cleanser. And you want a bit about the size of a decent sized pea on your hand. The look of concentration on Sabrina's face is really, yeah, brilliant. So what you're going to need to do when you've got that on your hand, perfect, is quite a lot. So you want it in your hand with quite a lot of water. So what you don't want to do is wash it off your hand, but you want to start massaging it and getting a bit of a foam. Okay, so you might want to add a little bit more water. So literally start to get, not on your face yet, just in your hands, Sam, just in your hands to start with. That's it. So lots of foam in your hand. It won't bubble because there's no sulfate. Don't worry. So you'll get lots of, it's like a creamy foam that you'll get. Lots of water. Yeah, that's brilliant, Sabrina. Perfect. Oh, look at Ruby. Look at her. What is that noise? Is that thunder? Something like thunder. Okay, so brilliant. Brilliant. So now I want you to massage it onto your face. Yeah, that's perfect. Massage it, and you should be cleansing your face, believe it or not, for up to a minute. It's actually quite a long time, but you really need to get into all your nooks and crannies. You need to get round the sides of your ears, under your chin, right up to your hairline, and you want to break down all the grease, all the dirt, and you really want to kind of give it a good massage in. Okay, don't forget your top lip, because we always forget our top lip. If you don't feel like there's enough, or you're going to need a second go, just use another little bit of cleanser. But like I said, plenty of water. So lots of water go in there. And then when you feel like you've had a really good go, then I want you to get whatever cloth or cotton wool you've got, and I want you to use plenty of water to rinse this off. And you'll see, obviously if you've got cotton wool, you'll see all the grime coming off as well. One of my bowls, if you want to have a go.
I might go and look for cotton wool. I want to see the grime coming off.
It's quite therapeutic when you do that. Look for coffee. Look at her. It's just gorgeous. So it really works. So make sure there's plenty of water on that cloth. Yeah, brilliant. And then, so it needs to be rinsed off well. So if this is a product you were using at home all the time, one of the really important things with gel cleanser is that you rinse it with lots and lots of water. It's a brilliant product, but it is, again, quite active. So you want to make sure you've rinsed it really well. And that'll get rid of all the grime and stuff as well.
There we go.
So my daughter's joining us here. I don't know if she'll let you see her at all, but she's doing it with us. Do you want the hairband? So, you can be in the camera if you want. So here we go. Look, Molly's decided to join us as well, so she's jumping in with the kit as well.
Ruby is wondering what on earth I am doing.
Molly's like, what do I look like? Okay, so hopefully your skin feels really lovely and clean now. Okay. No, that's okay. That's fine. So how does that feel? Is that good?
Lovely.
Okay. So obviously before this, I checked that nobody's allergic to anything. I know enough about you to know that everything we're going to use is completely safe. If I've missed anything and you're allergic to anything, just let me know now. And but I think we're all safe to
I've got
proceed.
sensitive skin.
That's fine. This should all be fine. Sensitive skin just means it's a bit compromised and needs the right products, and none of this is going to hurt you. It might mean that you leave yours on for less time. I've just realised why Sabrina keeps disappearing because her bowl of water is lower down, isn't it? I'm sure
I'll just bring the computer down to the bowl. There we go.
Okay, so all done. Are you done now, Sabrina, or were you?
Sorry, I'm done.
So the next one we want to get is your little pot with number 1 and LS on it. You can use that one. So I've got the tube here. This is the latest scrub. So this is what you've had this out of, my tube. As a home care product, this is £30. Yeah, it's the grainy looking one. Okay. So this is £30 for a home care one. The light's so bright you can't actually see. Here we go. So you might get more than one application out of this pot, but it depends how liberal you are with it. What you can do is do it on your hands at the same time. It's really good. So what I would do is take the product out of the pot into your hands, massage it over your face and also into your hands. So just really give it, so a bit like you did with the cleanser for a little bit longer. So we're going to really, if I was doing this as a facial treatment, I would spend a couple of minutes here giving it a really good massage. Get it under your jawline. You can bring it down onto your neck if you want to. So just a little handful. You're going to need to fill that up again.
Oh, feels nice.
I keep freezing. I keep freezing. I am sorry. It's my Wi-Fi's fault. But I will come back. I do come back eventually, so just bear with it.
They always do.
So this one will feel. It won't.
We leave it as it is.
So Andrea, how does that one feel?
It feels lovely. It's really silky. Like the bits.
Yeah, it's not scratchy, is it?
No, it's not scratchy at all. You can feel the scrub working, but it's silky and like exfoliating at the same time. It's really nice.
Yeah. So I don't use the scrub an awful lot. Generally, most skins I recommend a chemical exfoliator, but for this and for particularly for younger skin, so it's quite good for Molly here. And as part of the treatment, it's a really, really nice product. Or if you just want a quick, slightly assertive clean when you're in the shower or something, this is a really lovely one. I was jumping out again. I'm really sorry about my Wi-Fi, guys. So when you feel like you've given that really good scrub, make sure you come down the bridge of your nose as well. It's really easy to forget that bit. So do that and then round the sides. One thing you will notice with these products, none of them smell very much. There's no artificial fragrances or anything in any of these. Okay, so you're going to need more water. Going to fill that up a little bit more because you need plenty of water. So, like I said, rub the rest on your hands. Give your hands a really good massage with this. Okay, so it's really nice. Our hands are all dry from all this hand wash at the moment. Give them a really good exfoliate. Shush. My doggy thinks it's that they're thunder as well. Diddy. There he is.
I want to make sure I get my neck as well.
Okay, so if that feels like once you get it under your neck as well. And then when that's done, again, same as with the gel cleanser, give it a really good rinse off. Take your time with this. There's no need to rush. The whole point of this is that it's supposed to be enjoyable and relaxing. People can jump in and out to see what you're doing.
Oh, it's nice on your hand. Oh,
yeah, it is.
My hands feels
really
so
nice.
soft.
Yeah.
Soft hands.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. It's totally silky. That's like the perfect word.
No, you need to rip the flannel. Yeah, it's definitely thundering here. So hopefully that won't disturb us too much.
My water is looking rather murky.
Well, if you're able to replace it and put some nice clean stuff in for the next go, that would be great.
So that
Yeah.
gets out?
Yeah, that looks good. And we rarely spend this kind of time on ourselves. This is a really nice thing to do because we don't stop and do this. You know, we've all got stuff to do. We're all busy. We've got jobs, businesses, or even just lockdown boredom. We still don't spend the time to do this.
No,
And actually, this time of night is really good as well. This is a really nice, relaxing, chilled out thing to do before you kind of get into evening wind down time. You know, it's lockdown. It's very unlikely someone's going to come and knock on your door.
Mark the Mazda.
You know, you can have all your makeup off and wear your pajamas, and it's all good. Part of Mazda, yeah. So yeah, if you have to disappear, just chuck it all in the kitchen and come back to us. It'll be fine. No. So how does your skin feel now? That's starting to come
That
off.
feels amazing.
Super soft.
Do you know what? I wish you could hear it, but if I do that, there's actually like a squeak.
So right, hold
You know
on.
how your hair squeaks when it's really clean. See,
Yeah.
if I go near enough, you
Is that how
might
it feels?
hear it. If you're really, really quiet, right? Are you listening? Oh, it's
Oh, no.
stopped now. Is it just me that can hear it?
I can see what it's doing. It looks
Mine does the same.
tight. Yeah, no, I can't hear it from here. But
Literally squeaky
how does
clean.
that feel?
Gorgeous. Really nice and soft. Same as my hands.
Good. Okay, and that's just the first bit. Look, you see, we've only just got.
Oh,
Yeah, the hands feel really nice. This is really jumpy. I think the weather's really good now as well because we've got thunder, and I think that might have been lightning. So okay. So when that's all clean and dry, like I said, there's no rush to it at all. You can take your time.
shall I refresh the water?
Yeah, should we clean the water? It looks
Yeah, go and do that.
pretty grim.
Yeah, get some clean water. In fact, I tell you what, Sabrina, wait a sec. Put your next bit on first. We're going to have 5 or 6 minutes in a minute. So let's get the next one on first.
Okay.
So we start on efficiency. So your other little pot, number 2, is your enzymatic. So right, hold on.
Should we dry our face in between?
That's this one that's come out of this tube here. This is your enzymatic peel. Say again.
Sorry, should we dry our face in between? Yeah?
Yeah, dry off. And then again, a similar amount. So probably, yeah, most of that. If it works, you ought to just drape a towel over. You just go one at a time. You need to dry off. So right, I'm going to use my guinea pig here. So you again, in your pots, you may well have enough for a second application. So maybe start with half of it. But if you want to really go, hang on, let me shake the tube properly. So start with about that much. So it's probably about half your little pot because I filled those pots up. And what I would do is just dab it on your hands, kind of like that, and just dab it all over the bit you want to treat. So face, under your neck, and then anything you've got left, just rub into the back of your hands. Is it raining?
Oh yeah, but it's thundering.
Yeah, I've heard
minutes.
thunder, so
It's
it's
got very
definitely
dark.
turning.
I think we're about to get a thunderstorm.
Hopefully it means I won't have to water the garden tonight. Is there a charging cable there? No. So right, what you don't need to do is you don't need to rub this too much. So yeah, like exactly like you're doing, Sabrina, sort of pat it so everything's covered.
Tingling.
Because tingling, yes. Yeah. So you're probably going to be able to have yours on for the least amount of time because your skin is youngest and needs least. If it feels tingly, that's fine. And if you go, I go proper bright red.
I think I will.
So that's fine. That's okay.
Spice levels here.
It's action, not reaction.
Oh, it's like tandoori on your face, or like madras on your face, or something.
A bit like deep heat.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you've got any left on your hands, do a little bit under your chin, rub it on the back of your hands. That's fine. So what I haven't done here is started a timer, so that I haven't got my specs on. I'm like 19. Okay. So we've got about 6 minutes now. Now it's all on. So in that time, go and refresh your water. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk through the enzymatic peel a little bit and what it's for. So anybody who is actually watching this while you're refreshing your water and stuff, and while this is doing its job, okay? So like I said, try and leave it on. If it's on your hands, leave it on your hands. That's fine. And I'll be keeping in with you.
Feel that it's doing something. That's amazing.
Yeah, it does feel like it's been. I go really red, really zingy. I like it. I think it feels great.
I love it.
A little bit redder.
Yeah. Good. So so basically, enzymatic peel, for those who are watching, so I've got comments on the side, but because I'm in StreamYard, I can't see who's watching in Burntwood. It's either Emma or Siobhan, I reckon. And somebody's very jealous of you, and I don't know who that is. It's just the Facebook user, so I don't know who it is. Enzymatic peel, like I said, is an 8% lactic acid peel. It's like what it does instead of, so we've done the prep with the cleanser and with the lotion. Sorry, weather's affecting this really badly, I think. The scrub and the cleanser to get all the grime off, any loose dead skin cells, any bits of makeup, leftover sunscreen, all that kind of thing. It's to really strip all that back and clean it off. And then your enzymatic peel, what that will do is break down the protein bonds that hold skin cells together on the surface. So as we age, that process of skin cell shedding and new skin cells being produced slows down over time. When you're the age of this one, she's got very rapid skin cell turnover. Her skin cell turnover is around 28 days. From being produced down in the skin cells to shedding off the surface, it's about 28 days. Whereas when you get to the ripe old age of all of us lot in the screen, where Sabrina's probably the youngest, am I right? Or am I completely wrong there? I'm not sure. We'll check in a minute. Then what happens is that process starts to slow down. So using something like this will encourage those skin cells at the surface to shed off in quite a natural way. It replicates the way the body sheds skin cells by breaking down the protein bonds and allowing those skin cells to shed off naturally. So it also encourages the skin cells to hydrate. Lactic acid is really good for dry skin. It's really good for hydration. And it's like I said, it's quite a natural, gentle way of treating the skin. By encouraging that skin cell turnover, you shed those cells off the top. None of you will see any actual peeling. What will happen is the skin cells further down will go, hang on a minute, those cells have jumped off the top, they've gone, we need to produce some fresh ones. So you do that regularly, and it helps with encouraging skin cell turnover, which leads to more hydrated skin, fresher glowing skin, fewer lines and wrinkles, and a more glowing complexion. So it's really fabulous to use regularly. Great as a one-off, fabulous to use regularly. So how's it feeling? So let's start with Sabrina, because I think you were the tingliest. How's that feeling?
It was super tingly when I put it on, and now it's not so pinpricky tingly, but like an all-over gentle burn, but it's not like burny. Like
a bit of a heat sort of sensation. Okay. Yeah. Sam, what about you? How's it feeling?
Yeah, it was pretty tingly when I first put it on, but now it feels a bit, slightly tight, like it's drying. But yeah, it's not really too tingly anymore.
Okay, Andrea?
I've got a nice warm glow to my skin, like I've just done some fairly vigorous exercise, that kind
Glad you
of.
said exercise.
I wondered what she was going to say.
My brain was working to think of an appropriate thing to say, but it's that nice warm glow feeling that
Okay.
my sister will have felt more
And
recently
sorry,
when she was married.
I was tingling at first, but it's not too bad.
because obviously Molly's skin's much younger. She hasn't got wrinkles. Sort of typical teenage skin, very clear with the occasional little sort of mini breakout, things like that. So I'm going to get her to take hers off first because she doesn't need as much. A little bit pink, nothing too dramatic. So give it another minute and then you can take yours off. What I would say with you guys, if you were doing this regularly, you could probably over time build up how long you're going to leave it on for. We say sort of 5 to 8 minutes, but if you're using it a couple of times a week, eventually you're probably going to want to leave it on about 10. And I usually say, if you want to do it a bit more sort of frequently, let yourself get ready for bed an hour earlier, cleanse your skin, get all your makeup off, slap this on for 10 minutes, then jump in the shower, and then you can just wash it all off, put some moisturiser on and go to bed kind of thing. Because you wouldn't necessarily want to do it in this fabulous, relaxed kind of, pampery type way every single time if you're doing it regularly. It's nice to be able to do like that, but to do it regularly, you can make it a simpler process if you want to. So, Molly, if you want to start taking yours off.
Does it matter if you wash it off with hot or cold water?
I would go tepid. I wouldn't go too hot because obviously your skin's already feeling quite warm. If you do more blood on the surface, it might feel more active still. So I would go freezing cold, but tepid is good. That's okay. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. So we've been on for about 7 minutes plus now. So when you're ready, if you feel like it's ready to come off, take your time and start to clean that off.
Let's keep it a minute longer.
Okay, yeah, you can leave it a bit longer. That's actually fine. So in fact, while we're leaving that a bit longer then, we'll go through the other products that you've got. So show me what, you should have another sachet, at least one more sachet. What have you got?
Hydra Dew or Hydra Boost?
Both.
Okay, you've got both. Andrew, you've got both as well, Hydra Dew and Hydra Boost. Okay, Hydra Boost, I want to put to one side to use tomorrow morning. So Hydra Boost is a cream cleanser. It's richer, it's more hydrating. So tomorrow morning, you can cleanse with Hydra Boost, okay? The Hydra Dew we're going to use this evening. And then, so this is Hydra. I use this every night, Hydra Dew. And, it's right. And then, have you got one of these? Oh, you've all frozen. Is it me? Excellent. Fantastic. This is for tomorrow. This is very, very important. This little tube here will last you at least a week. Okay, so I don't know if you can see because the light here is pretty bright. So this is sheer hydration, untinted. I think I've given you all the same, haven't I? Mm-hmm. So this is a very hydrating day moisturizer with a factor 40 sunscreen in it. Now, we should all be wearing one of these every single day. It doesn't matter what the weather's like, we should be using it every single day. So Molly has actually got Clear Shield. Clear Shield better designed for oilier skins or for the breakout prone skins. Very good for teenage skins, very good for men, often Clear Shield. So that's the one she's using. But this is for tomorrow. So your two for tomorrow are your Hydra Boost cleanser and your sheer hydration sunscreen. So they're for tomorrow and for as long as the cleansers and the sunscreen last, okay? So if there's any gel cleanser left as well, you can put that to one side and you can finish that off over the next day or two as well if you like. So I would now just gently, slow time, start cleaning that off. Make sure you've washed it off your hands as well. Does it feel nice? Have you cleaned yours off? Does it feel nice? Oh my goodness. What the baby's thumb hers? Goodness me. Again, sort of plenty of water. Obviously, I'm conscious that for the listeners dropping in the group, this bit is probably the least exciting, but it's a very important part of the process, and I don't want you to rush it. Okay, it's important that you take your time with this and make sure it's all cleaned off. Like I said, don't forget to go right up to your hairline. We often miss that bit, up around your hairline and under the jawline, and sort of here, sort of behind the ear. I always bring my moisturiser, my sunscreen down here, but I do find that I forget to take it off. So after a couple of days, I realise I'm getting a bit of a build up here, so it's quite important to make sure you get right under there. Take your time with it.
Sal, can I ask you a question? Just what the thing? I have got my Calm R here.
Okay.
Is that something that I can still use this evening?
Yes, you can. If you're using that regularly, because this is reasonably gentle, and what we're doing, you can use it. So if you hold fire, I'll drop that in for you in a second.
Okay, only because I love it, and if I can use it, I will.
Oh, so nice.
Okay, so Andrew, how's your skin feeling?
It feels amazing. It feels like you've got new skin.
Okay, brilliant. I don't know if you realise your hairband's now gone. You've got like a Victorian.
Yeah, I've given up. I've let it stay where it wants. There's no bringing it back.
Sabrina, how does yours feel?
Yeah, like super smooth. Like it's been. Oh, I don't think I've ever had it this smooth.
Brilliant.
It's so good. It's like I can't even feel the hairs on my face. I've never laughed or smiled.
Excellent. And Sam, how does yours feel?
Literally like baby bum soft and smooth, like Serena said, and super clean.
Yeah. Good. Excellent. Okay, so once that's all dry, if we were to leave it like this now, you'd probably find it would sort of feel a bit tight later on. So because we have sort of put that back a little bit, and now we need to put things back on to get your hydration in and to protect it. Now, what will happen overnight tonight, because your skin's far more active overnight than it is during the day, what will happen is your body will now start processing everything that you've done. It will start using all the fabulous ingredients that we've put on your skin. And if you can drink lots of water overnight, and so this evening, without overdoing it, so you need to get up and wee all night. But have a nice big glass of water this evening, and then plenty of throughout the day tomorrow. It will really help sort of flush that through, and it will keep the results a bit longer as well. Okay, so one of the ingredients in quite a lot of these products actually is something called sodium hyaluronate, which is hyaluronic acid, which is actually an ingredient that's used in dermal fillers, so lip fillers and things like that. It's a natural product in your skin, which is called hydrophilic. It means it attracts water to it. It loves water. So when you've got your skin will be more susceptible for that hyaluronic acid to go into your skin.
Oh,
so
sorry,
I'll
be right back.
That's okay, don't worry. If you then drink lots of water, once you've got that hyaluronic acid in your skin, it will suck all the water into the skin and hang on to it. One molecule of hyaluronic acid holds up to 1,000 times its own weight in water. So if you haven't got hyaluronic acid, your skin won't be hydrated because there's nothing to hang on to the water. So the hyaluronic acid is really important. Using something like a peel regularly will help your body produce plenty of its own. And then when you use products like this and Hydrodew, you will be replacing in your skin. That Calm that Andrew's got there, that also has hyaluronic acid in it, and our Ultimate Boost Serum has got quite a high proportion of hyaluronic acid. It's a really, really important part of your skincare. And that's why it is, because there's a difference between dry and dehydrated skin. Dry refers to oil, dehydrated refers to water. And that's where sodium hyaluronate is such an important ingredient, because it's a natural ingredient in your skin anyway. So the more protected your skin is, the more efficiently functioning your skin is, and the better your products are with the right amounts of things like that in, the better it will be, and the better it will be able to function for itself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm conscious that Andrea has had to go and grab her Asda delivery. I knew she said that might happen. So that's fine. So I'm not going to move on to the next step just yet, but just to say, the next thing we're going to be using is Hydrodew. So get that one to hand. And so have you two, either of you two, got any questions or comments so far while we're waiting for Andrea to come back?
It feels like the stuff that I have in a salon, like when you go and have a facial and you go and pay for someone else to do it, it feels the same effect as what they do. That's really nice.
Yeah. These are products I would use in clinic. So the Lotus Scrub I would use as part of a treatment. The enzymatic peel is a slightly toned down version of the in-clinic treatment, so you can do it safely at home. It's just a slightly safer version. So I go, this is a 10% lactic acid peel. I use a 30% lactic acid peel in clinic, which obviously is a bit more pokey, and you'd be doing it slightly differently. And that one actually needs neutralising. So when I do a 30% lactic acid peel, I actually then neutralise the happening. But the way this one's formulated means that's a step you guys don't have to worry about. Sam, were you going to say something? Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Sally. I was just going to ask you a question. Like, how often would you recommend, if you were going to do like this sort of peel, how often would you recommend doing it?
The one that you've got today?
Yeah, the one you were just talking about. Yeah, if we would, this one.
To start with, I would probably
in a clinic.
So, well, this one for you guys, the at-home one, the whole kit you've just done, you could do that every 5 to 7 days, probably. To start with, I'd say weekly. And then I've got some real hardcores who do it twice a week. Yeah. Every sort of 3 or 4 days. To start with, I'd probably say weekly. But it's really, if you're doing things like this, and if you're doing them more regularly, you must have the sunscreen, because this will make your skin more susceptible to UV light. So the sunscreen is essential. It's essential anyway. Say again. Was it back at myself? Was it? Sorry, I'm asking myself to repeat myself. So yeah, so this one you could use every sort of. Have I frozen? Did I freeze? Am I here? Okay. So yeah, every sort of 5 to 7 days, really, realistically. It's like a dog, isn't it? I hope you put your ice creams in the fridge, Andrea.
I have. All frozen goods are away.
That was quick.
There's only a small one this week.
You're lucky to get one. They're quite hard to come by around here.
Yeah, if you book them really, really late at night, then you'll have more luck.
Yeah, Tesco's ones go on at midnight.
Yeah.
God. So, right. So, and all I've just been doing is just seeing if there's any questions, any comments, saying how often you use this, why we're using some of the products we're using. So what I want you to do now is, if you want to use your car, now is the time to do that.
This one.
Maybe use slightly less than your Karma, so the one that you would normally use. You are okay to use that. So for anybody again who's watching,
look in the mirror on my way back from, and it looks like I've just had Botox on my forehead, because all of my little creases in my forehead just look flatter, and my skin has got this really lovely shine that just is really smooth to it. So you can definitely see that something has happened.
Okay, that's great. And this is an active enough treatment that you should see something straight away.
Yeah, I've just looked in the mirror and I can notice that as well.
Brilliant. Okay, well that's great, because it just shows that it is an active treatment and it's really lovely to use, basically. So anybody who's wondering why Andrea's using Karma, it is designed for redness and inflammation, usually for people who suffer from rosacea or sort of inflammatory type skin conditions. And it's very good as part of a routine to help dampen down that redness, sort of calm down inflammation, and help the skin sort of heal itself. It's very good for the inflammation side of rosacea. So because this is,
I don't really have rosacea anymore, and I think that is pretty much down to using Illumia, to be honest, because nothing else I've used.
Put down the bottom part of your face.
Yeah, I used to have like a rosacea beard.
Yeah,
like a rosacea goatee, which was always a good look, but since using Illumia stuff, it's just completely disappeared. So that's why I wanted to bug it on.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, and it is brilliant. Rosacea is one of those things. Yeah, and rosacea is one of those things you can't cure, but you can manage. You can get on top of. There's lots of things to do. Anybody who's watching the live I've been doing with Corin, we've been talking about autoimmune conditions and fixing those. How much important gut health and stress and sleep all interlink with all of these things, and you need to address all of those things. And then these are fabulous on their own, and you start addressing all of those things, you can actually make real progress. So yes, I'm happy that you're using that. Which one is it? Which one is it?
So soft.
I heard small children. So Hydrogen next, ladies, if you would.
Hydrogen.
Again, there's at least 2 applications of hydrogen in here.
Why is that there? Because Mummy's just on her scan. Sorry, Leo just popped in.
Okay. So this is a very rich and hyaluronic acid based moisturizer, and I would generally recommend this for use at night. You can use it during the day, but you still need to put your day moisturizer and sunscreen over the top. So normally if you're using both of these, it's because you've got really dry skin. So normally it would be the Hydrogen at night and the sunscreen during the day. So again, you don't need tons of any of this. They're quite concentrated. This is the size of Hydrogen that you'd normally get, and you're going to get 3 months of that out of that using that at night. It is concentrated. So probably about a third of this sachet, maybe. Yeah. So one pump of your doodah, or about a third of the sachet. Dot it over your skin, and then just smooth it in, sort of up to your. Also, you don't want to put it too close to your eyes, but you can put it sort of as close as you can get across your brow line here. Obviously, what I don't have the chance to do here is send you samples of the eye products, because that would be lovely to finish with eye products now. No, either I frozen or everybody else has. I don't know if it's rained enough for me to get away with watering the garden, unfortunately. So how does that feel?
Oh, I can feel my skin kind of going, oh, thank you. That's just what I needed. That nice last little drink.
It's a little bit tingly on my forehead.
Yeah, it's a slight sting, but it's like Andrew said, I think it's just going, thank you, I needed that.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's an active product. You know, I'm not concerned about this when people say things are tingling, because, you know, these aren't sort of inert kind of, even the sunscreen, because it's a physical sunscreen, there's still loads of activity going on when you use this. The live I did this morning, one of my ladies, Kim, I pretty much got rid of her acne just with sunscreen cleanser. That's all she took from me. She went from not going to meetings because she wouldn't leave the house to going out of the house without makeup on. You know, it had that dramatic effect just with 2 products, literally. Yeah. The purifying gel cleanser and sunscreen. So I, you know, expect to feel that tingliness. That's fine. It's very rare to get anybody have any actual problems with the product. Sometimes we have to tweak them and sort of rein some of them in a little bit, but generally it's a lovely thing.
It feels good.
Yeah, it feels great.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, when you have not used proper skincare products before, you're so used to just like using a cleanser and a toner and a moisturizer that doesn't actually do anything other than maybe make your skin feel a bit cleaner or a little bit softer. When you use something like Illumia for the first time that actually does something reactive, it can feel unusual to start with. But yeah, I've got a little bit.
It feels like it's working. doing something.
Yeah, it's really
And
hard
there
to
can
get
be a transition period as well. It can take a while for someone's skin to really get used to it. And again, I sometimes have to coach people through that. Hi, Leo. We have to kind of coach people through that sometimes, and it can take sort of 2, 3, 4 weeks to really get the skin doing it for itself. And sometimes go through things like, if people have been using things like, I don't often use brand names, but one of them that's come up a few times recently is the Vino. It's a cheap budget off-the-shelf moisturizer that acts a bit like a barrier cream, so your skin doesn't have to do any work for itself. So when you take people off that and start getting their skin functioning, actually what happens is they go, oh my god, my skin feels awful, it feels dry and it's not doing what it was. It's like, but I have to get you over that to get your skin to do it for itself. If you go back to that other one, your skin's never going to get past that hurdle. So it can be sometimes it almost feels like a backward step until we can get it moving forward. But what you get with this, anything of this that you got from me, you also get me. You get me to help you through that bit, you know. And if something isn't doing what it needs to do, I'll talk you through it, or I'll send you a little kit like this to get you through to the next bit, if that makes sense. So, you know, it is a different way of doing your skin, but it means your skin will work better for itself. What we're doing tonight is a lovely standalone treatment. Your skin will feel gorgeous for a few days, and you know, it just is what it is. You start doing stuff like this regularly, and you'll really see a difference. I know Andrea has, certainly. I definitely have. There's no question. I'm trying to convince this one to you. It's about getting that, you know, that routine in place. I'm conscious that I probably just keep dropping in and out here, but thank you for your patience. So how does that feel? Now that Hydra Boost had a chance to really go in, is it feeling?
Yeah, it feels amazing. So nice.
What do you think Mummy's skin feels like?
It feels creamy.
It does, doesn't it? It feels really nice. I think somebody's bad.
I think so. So what I want you guys to do tomorrow. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah. Oh my god!
I know it's coming up.
Frozen in the best face possible.
Can I get it in time?
Oh, if only I.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, she's back.
There we go. I've got a screenshot of that.
Oh, well done.
So tomorrow, what I want you to do in the morning, I want you to use the Hydra Boost cleanser. Okay.
Yeah, Hydra Boost.
And
yes, this one, right?
Yeah, and then the sheer hydration. So there is at least a week's worth in this sheer hydration. Okay, it's an untinted, hydrating factor 40. Yeah, this stuff's really concentrated. You'll get a week's application of sunscreen out of that little tube.
So Sally, do you put that on like after any? So that's the last thing you put on your face, or
it's always the last thing. So if you had a serum, if Andrew's using a for example, Ultimate Boost, something like that, you put that on first.
Yeah, because I've got Ultimate Boost, so
yes,
I should put that on and then this.
Yes. So what sunscreen have you got then?
I use a tinted Illumia something, which I think is like this.
Is that a moisture mat? Have you got one of the foundation layer ones?
Moisture mat?
I can go and get it just in the next row.
Okay, go on, let's see which one it is, and I'll tell you, because then I can compare it for you.
I'll be right back.
I possibly, because I think the last one I had an actual live peel with you. I'm just going to warn you all. I can hear Rose coming up the stairs. Brace yourselves. If you're coming anywhere near here, darling, you need to go and put some clothes on. So, do I need to not use bright and clear tomorrow?
I would leave it out tomorrow and then start it again on Monday.
This is on video, darling, and we don't want everybody looking at your beautiful naked body. You go and put on your pajamas and you can come back.
Yeah, we can from the head up. You're all right.
Although I think my face is softer than her bum at the moment. So.
Probably cleaner. A lot cleaner.
definitely cleaner.
So, Sam, was that versatile tint, sheer hydration versatile tint?
It's actually, look, it's sheer hydration. It's the same.
But it's versatile tint, yeah?
Yeah.
So you can use
Versatile
either.
tint, yes.
You can use either.
Okay, cool.
It's exactly the same product, but yours looks more like a tinted moisturiser, doesn't it?
Yeah. It
Oh,
saves
sorry.
you putting makeup on.
Yeah, absolutely. Go on, Sabrina, what were you going to say?
I'm really intrigued as to what my skin's going to feel like tomorrow. Can I say another name, like a brand?
Yeah.
So I use La Roche or Roche Posay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, which I was told was quite good. But my skin never felt like this.
Yeah.
So I'm
gonna... some of them are okay, actually. When people say that, it's one of the few that doesn't make me go, oh. So you've got something half decent, depending on what you're using. But they won't have the same level of activity that Illumia have got. This is a medical grade group of products. They are very sort of bespoke. So I wouldn't be able to say, you wouldn't be able to phone me and say, can I have one of these and one of these? Well, actually, no, we need a bit more of a chat first, because it might be that you need one of those, one of those, one of those, if you see what I mean. Because it's everybody's very different as to what they need for their skin.
You've got to be bright and clear, because then you just won't age for the next 10 years.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling like I'm going to be on the Illumia path now.
It totally does make you look younger. It does.
It
gets rid of fine lines.
I'm 76 and look at this.
Yeah, feel better, but it looks better.
I have like eye scrotums.
I think they are.
Well, no one would think I was 65.
I could just leave Rose and go, this is Andrea after her chemistry. Thank you.
No, I mean, they are active products and they do work. And it's one of those things that if you go back and watch my live tomorrow, the one I did this morning, Kate, who's on there, has been using Illumia for over 3 years. It's like she's got somebody else. Bless you. It's like she's got somebody else.
I've seen it in your skin, but maybe not with Illumia, but maybe with all the other products, the treatments that you do. But I've seen your now, like before and afters that you do. It's incredible.
Yeah, no, and my skin is so different from what it was 3 years ago before I got Illumia. It's a whole crowd now. I had quite severe rosacea, dry, irritated skin around here. And I've not had Botox for 2 years. I don't think so. But I would desperately need it for my forehead, my glabella, and around my eyes. I've not had any at all now for over 3 years. 2 years and a month, something. Because I just don't want it anymore, because this stuff does the job. It's good enough.
I've been using Ultimate Boost now for about 2 months, and I just love it.
I know. It's one I get panicky about if I start running out.
Yeah, I don't ever get that tight skin feeling anymore. Sometimes when you feel like you really need to slap loads of moisturiser on.
Yeah.
It's just, obviously combined with other products, it's just, I love that. It's so good.
Yeah. Because you've got the hyaluronic acid in there, it fixes the structure of your skin as well.
Yeah.
So I had it, because sometimes people try and go for sort of stronger and stronger things, and they end up. I had a really good analogy where somebody said, if you go in too hard to start with without fixing the surface, it's a bit like jet washing a house that's losing mortar between the bricks. You just blast the rest of it out.
Yeah.
It's the mortar. And then you can do something more aggressive, like a peel or, a microneedling, something like that. Fixing that protective layer first, getting that barrier working, filling the gaps in the mortar first. And that's what's happening to you, Sam.
Sabrina, you look about 12. Look how smooth your skin is.
Hang on, I put my glasses on.
Sally, actually very soon about retinols, because that's the next thing on my list.
Yeah,
I'll give you a try
next.
Get rid of the eye scrotums, then we're good.
Yeah. Alumini and retinol eye, that's what you need for that. It's my little power duo for that.
Nice.
If my phone hadn't died, I could ping up a picture and show you, but I can't at the minute.
Put it on the
in fact,
afterwards.
Yeah, I tell you what, I might be able to
Where's that
do.
down?
Hold on.
Mummy.
My blooming thing's so slow at the minute. If I can find the picture after, I'll drop it into the comments now, and you can have a look. Because the skin around your eyes are very delicate. Somebody said to me, if you imagine that the skin on your body is cardboard, the skin on your face is paper, then the skin around your eyes is tissue paper. Okay?
Yeah.
And it also doesn't have the ability to make its own oils. You don't have like hair follicles, which is where you get your sebaceous glands and your oil from. So it can't protect itself in the same way, which is one of the reasons it shows the age like it does. I can't find it easily, I'm afraid. What I will do, I will drop it into the bottom, into the comments at some point. My computer's just so stupid slow, it is ridiculous. So I will drop it in for you, so you can see what can be achieved.
Thank you.
Mummy's.
I love people, bless her. Rose, isn't it time for bed, mate?
Lumia, there's no going back.
It's true.
Oh.
I mean, it's almost it feels almost magical. The results that you get from it, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, no, they really are, and it's not yet. This isn't just a sales pitch. And like I said, this is the process of this is more for you to have a nice evening, have your
Make it
skin to feel nice. But obviously, it's a great opportunity to introduce the products without anything. You know, it's quite a nice way to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
And
and I like the fact that I'm building up my Illumia collection slowly, and it's really nice to be able to try out.
Yeah, and that's
different ones.
No,
yeah,
you have to get down.
Yeah, it's completely the way to do it because also, where is it? No, that's not what I'm asking. Because if you do it too quickly and things don't go according to plan, we won't know what the problem was. Yeah. Also, you won't necessarily appreciate what's happening with each product that you start to introduce. You will start to see different changes, feel different things. So it is worth doing that slowly. You know, it really is, because you start to appreciate the difference in your skin as you go. I'm trying desperately to find this picture to show you. I'll know it when I see it.
I've got 3% battery on my computer, just so you know.
We are getting to the time where we probably should switch off and go and appreciate it, relax and appreciate it. And I will find this and I'll drop it in for you anyway. But overall, have you enjoyed the experience?
It's brilliant. Yeah. I would definitely do it again. It was lovely. Thank you.
It's fantastic.
That's what I want.
Say again.
It'd be nice. You could have like a girly evening and get a packet and then like do your face.
Absolutely, and that's sort of what I was starting to do. But obviously, I can't physically go anywhere because I could go down and do it, or I could send a kit and things like that. But that's why we started doing this. At least you get the chance to do one, even if, and given that we can't go to the next best thing really, and it just means that we can actually.
I don't think everybody realises that you can actually do chemical peels at home. I wouldn't have necessarily have assumed that I could. I would have thought, oh, that's something I should probably go into a clinic and do. But actually, my skin feels amazing.
But what I am finding, so that's why this is a great introduction to people who haven't had in-clinic peels before, or haven't had many. What I'm finding is my hardcore clients who are in regularly are doing this twice a week and still going, oh my God, I need a peel, because they're used to the slightly more intense treatments that I do. Yeah. Great for somebody who hasn't done much before and wants their skin to make some progress. It's kind of like a really nice prep step. It's the next step into something.
I know exactly what
Yeah.
you're doing.
research. So yeah, and it is safe. As long as you don't leave it
I want the next
Well,
level.
you
Give me the next chemical peel.
oh,
I want extra spicy next time.
My computer died.
well, I think well under the circumstances to have relative peace for most of that. So I think I'm going to let you all go. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Sally.
Thank you so much.
It's so nice to have you there to guide us.
That was so lovely.
Brilliant.
It's
It's really nice to have your professional help. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Say bye.
See you later.
Bye.